Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Ultra Pittus from a very hot, still United Kingdom. Good evening to you all. If you're wondering what on earth has this guy got on his face, well, my alliance is in a war. We're in a war against Armada One. Big salute to you guys, Armada One. So I decided I'd go back to my soldier roots and put camouflage cream on. However, the only sort of war paint I had was zinc stick. That we use when we're on holiday in the swimming pool. So I have kind of rotor stormed themed camouflage going on. I hope you like it. Here's the thing. Here is the thing. This is the second time I've done this live stream tonight. I've already run at you, and I'm not going to spoil the ending. But I forgot to do something on the software. Which means that I am not live, or wasn't live. And I'm kind of hoping that I am now, because that would be really useful if I was. It appears to be that I am, which is good news for everybody, especially me, because I don't then have to do this a third time. Good evening to all of you, especially those of you like me who have an ADHD-riddled goblin brain that wakes up at around this time of the day and says, you know, all those things that you haven't thought about for years, now's a good time to start thinking about them. Well, what I wanted to do for this particular stream is give it to an audience of one, and I really hope more people pick this up and have a look at it, but this is purely for Armada One. It's a thank you for welcoming me into your community. But also, I just wanted to kind of do a bit of war tactics, honour the effort that you've put into your bases, and what I'm now going to have to do is kind of do that slightly retrospectively. We're going to look at some of the plays. They're never quite the same, and sometimes it's going to show that I lost, because we all know that's what it does. But because I'm colossally fucked up the OBS software at the start, because I'm an idiot, that's all you got. However, I've made you some gifts, so let me show you these. So just a thank you to Val. I noticed that his avatar in Discord is kind of some sort of weird fluffy kitten. I've forgotten to put me back on. Hold on, here we are. Here I am. Hello everybody. So that's me and Val in our alt form, our robot form, sort of shaking hands between the alliances. Kind of a marker in the sand for all the new non-official content creators. Big salute to you guys, and thank you so much to Callum for putting that out in the newsletter for all of us today. What a great thing that was. What a lovely surprise. And thank you to the tens of subscribers who have launched themselves at the YouTube channel. I hope you love this. I hope you enjoy coming along with me on this journey. You are very welcome. You can interact with me at the links that I've put on there. You can download the rather cool soundboard,
such heroic nonsense,
which I've put together for you. There's lots of fun stuff on there.
We all must die sometime. Me, Grimlock, need no strategy.
You know, when your significant other is giving you shit, you can give them this one.
Unicron, why did you torture me?
Yeah, it's all good fun. Anyway, so that's winging your way soon, Val. But there was some other interesting information in the newsletter. We are getting 5-star Optimus Maximus, a brilliant combiner, at least in the IDW continuity. and Bruticus, fan favourite Combaticon, built by Starscream out of derelict military vehicles on some wacky island in the Pacific. And the millisecond he brought them all to life, they all decided they didn't like him and kind of beat him up and left him. Poor old Starscream. Optimus Maximus also, I really like this particular frame from the IDW continuity, in that the sentiment that he's making in that is really, you know, at the centre of everything that I've tried to do in my life and continue to do. Freedom being the right of all sentient beings, and he's there to protect that. And I just love that. I love that about Optimus, and always have. Right, well, let's get into the good stuff, because I've already run this war, but it wouldn't be a proper war now, would it, if, you know, I didn't bring some body armour to put on. Let's get some body armour on. This is actually my cosplay body armour, because me and my daughter are going to Transformers Con this year, and we're going as soldier versions of Ultra Magnus, and she is going as a soldier version of Soundwave. And yeah, I just thought I'd body armour up and cam cream up for this war. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you the reruns. So, spoiler alert, I didn't do too badly. But you made me sweat on a number of occasions. So big salute to you, Gathering Souls. Deployed my Grimlock, which is his loadout just there, and my Rook. Tazzy, killing that little quadrant just there, enabling me to launch the rest of my squad. These guys, sorry if I'm moving on too quickly, and they then pathed sort of east to west, popping your outposts along the way. And I'm sorry to say, buddy, that I did start sniping you from distance. You put up a really good fight. And there were a few occasions where I was a little bit like, am I going to do this? But as a warmer pact, and big salute to you for being that warmer pact. You know, you made me work for it, especially with this rear-loaded shield gen cluster. I think there's a moment towards the end where, you know, I'm marching up on it, and I think the shield gen is still up and running. If anyone's interested, this is what my loadouts look like for these guys. So yeah, air raid there, targeting your shield gen cluster. I'm about to hit it with something. Your Abominus pops, but it's just not quite got it. I'm using Computron in the offensive because I don't have a 5-star Ruination or a Mega Supreme yet, because I put a lot of love into Computron, so to speak. No jokes, fuckers. And yeah, he makes a bit of a mess of that with his Cryostorm ability. And then I'm afraid, although it may not show it, because it's always a bit wild, isn't it? The replay. It was all over. So big salute to you, Gathering Souls. But that was where we got to on your base. ABOP, 5-star Vortex. Yeah, that is most certainly coming. I did make notes, so but my fan has blown them everywhere. So Mirage and Breakdown, Dust Up and Vortex, coming concurrent to the launch of Opmax and Bruticus. Really excited about Mirage. And for my daughter, I'm very excited about Dust Up, because, you know, I think the female characters in this game are generally really cool. Okay, second base. We are going to find my run. Here we are, at the bottom, where I deserve to be. Another front-loaded base. Same squad. I used the same squad throughout this war and coined like crazy. Same tactic. I've used Tassie. I've used Grimlock with that new loadout. This morning I put Liege and Jays on him. Traditionally, I've used Onyx and Forge. And then it's just popper armor. Now the interesting thing about this base is you kind of allured me straight up into the north. I thought they were going to path across there, but nope. They went straight into the north. You had some interesting positioning of your MDS. I'm not sure I would disaggregate it like that personally, but because it made it easier to kill, to be quite honest, without that extra shield gen cover in the north, and that kind of offset HQ makes the HQ vulnerable to a flank from the left. Not that I did that, and clever use, I think, there of the vampire vector core that just kind of hoovers up all of those ability points so effectively. I'm going to move Computron along a bit because you know that I'm going to hack as many of you bots as I can. Obviously Lio Kaiser not. I've dropped his Cryostorm ability there. I've gone for a bit of a Hail Mary because usually you get 2 gusting, maybe 3 of his abilities out. Hack just swallows up an awful lot of time. And I'm afraid by that point
I got better things to do tonight than die.
Used Grimlock to smash through that wall.
Get your noodle out of my face.
Me, Grimlock, love
And then
Guts
hopefully
war stories.
the video is going to show them marching on your base. Scorponok just didn't quite have it in him. It's going to show that I lost that, but sadly, mate, I didn't. But big salute to you for putting up a superb fight. Third base. I'm right at the bottom because I'm pretty much the last one to do this because I've been in a paddling pool all day because, as I say, it is hotter than the surface of the sun here. So this, quite a tough base in the end. I almost fluff it up. Had to drop Taz a little bit further up, and I used his Omega ability, which probably would have been enough, but then double tapped it because I was a bit worried about that bad boy there kind of alluring them north, but it still didn't kill it. No harm done. However, I do believe that we popped Dinobot 2 early in the centre. I wasn't too worried about him. What I was worried about was them then pathing straight up north, and that would have been slightly tricky at that point. But as it turns out, they did not do that. They pathed a little bit. They went up north a little bit, but your wall system there kind of helped me in a way because it slowed them down from advancing on these MDS that I just hadn't killed by that point, because I was banking on a bit more time coming into this section, which they just avoided, which meant I was approaching your northern section, your top section, with less ability points than I wanted. And at this point, everybody popped out. However, the crew had the legs, despite your run amok creating me some trouble. I believe you chucked out a run amok at that point. Have I got that wrong? Or was it Deluge that gave you that armour? I did pop my Computron. Panicked slightly at that point because you were just inflicting a bit of damage on me, and I just wanted to advance the destruction of this part using that Cryo Storm ability, which hopefully he's going to use in a second. Boom, there he goes. Very nearly cock Computron up massively on your commander's base. Spoiler alert. Computron in pieces, but I'm afraid Optimus Owl, what a cool name, what a cool strategy, but
Laserbeak returns, Megatron.
yeah, I'm afraid in this instance my Laserbeak beats your Optimus Owl. But big salute to you, Optimus Owl 77. Awesome work, buddy. Made me sweat a bit. And then the Doctor. For this, Val, I got my combat helmet out of the garage. There's Ultra Pittus on the side. Great big Autobot sign on. And I put it on. So I'm going to put it on again for this little bit. I'm even going to do the chin strap up for you, buddy. This is love. Alright. I'm afraid, though, and you did warn me off, that your Titan was in a bit of a painful place. And so he was. And I'm sorry to say that the Ark handed Tripticon his arse on this. So I've deployed Taz and my pain takers, and then the rest of my squad under the arc of your first sort of U-bend. Can you take me seriously when I'm sat here in this sort of combat helmet? Possibly not. Then I've sniped you from distance. It's an interesting positioning point, mate, for that that vector MDS there. I'd be fascinated to know what your logic is on that. Is it because you're expecting people not to snipe you from distance? Interesting choice. Or are you just hoping that you get a lured up there before you've had a chance to deal with it and it just melts them with the glass gas? As it happens, that didn't happen for me. Your Galvatronus popped, which I was super pleased about. Thanks very much for that, mate. And of course you've got Demolisher there. I got a bit squirrely at that point, buddy. I've popped Computron in the hope that by the time Demolisher gets to me, I can hack your bot because his ability will have finished, which it did. I've then hacked away, and kaboom, they are ready to start killing each other. I've dropped my Cryostorm in the centre of your base, and then I have hoped and prayed that I had enough ability points left to snipe your MDS, which eventually, with a bit of Ark's persuasion, I was able to do. As I say, these replays are never true representations of what really happened, but because I cocked up the stream and because the original, where I was doing all this live, is lost into the electronic ether, and believe me, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone else, I have desperately tried to find it like an addled and confused gorilla man trying to work something out that he can never comprehend. It is lost to the cosmos. But as you can see, mate, I wanted to do honour to you by donning my war armour and my old helmet, and maybe it brought me luck. Maybe I was just lucky that your A-grade Titan wasn't there. But until another day, mate, Ultra Pittus, one, Val, I'm afraid to say, mate, and I'm not rubbing your face in it, but none. And I want to say, this is not me gloating. You were always quite an inspiration when I first started out. I remember watching some of your videos and thinking, how do you ever get that good? Outside of coining and all the rest of it. But people like you and some of the other content creators like CF and others who may not be with us anymore have made it so that this game moved for me from being, you know, something that stopped me from having panic attacks or helped me being more grounded, or giving me a bit of a distraction, and turned it into community and something that I genuinely look forward to in my life. And yeah,
Believe it or not, this is the fun part.
before we turn into a therapy session. So Val, big salute to you, mate, the Doctor, and then we're on to chemo. Commander chemo, save the best till last. I hope the video shows this, because you are going to see me spectacularly bugger up the deployment of Computron in this. You know, it was a case of, let me find the right thing.
What's that darn fool doing?
What is that darn fool doing? And, you know...
Look! It isn't even dented! Oh, shit!
Yeah, oh shit, what do we do now? There were a few moments in this one where I was a bit like...
Do you have anything, Cup?
Nope. Never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to take my body armour off while my troops are doing their thing. They are just pathing east to west. It's so hot here. It's like 1 in the morning. I am as awake as an owl. But they're going to path. I kind of knew you had mind wipe there, but I forgot about it because I was monologuing at the time. And mind wipe proceeded to infect several of my troops, who then started murdering each other. So thank you for that, Commander Chemo. I then entirely forgot to stun you using Tazzy, and as you can see, lost Ratchet, lost Wheeljack, and then panicked and dropped Computron in a really stupid place. Because Computron then decided, and he's not going to do it in this, but in the actual run-through, he spends a good 20 seconds killing those things. And then he wanders up there. For reasons unknown, I couldn't use his ability. He was sort of disabled. But in the original, which you're not seeing, he would have dropped his Cryostorm there. Which may be showing now. I don't know. Something's happening. But he did drop Cryostorm, and he did drop Electrical Optics, which began to wipe out some of this business here. I suspect the video is going to show you kicking my ass. Sadly. Grimlock just did like the London Marathon. I've no idea why he didn't do that in the run that we did, but I'm impressed. His range seems to have improved dramatically. And I had rather a few more bots left than perhaps it's looking like I've got now. So, I did beat you, but by the skin of my teeth. I was sweating. I was like...
That's too dangerous!
Yep. And it's going to show you malleting me here. But sadly, Commander Chemo, that's not what happened. So, a perfect 300 against a really tough set of bases. Here I am, just here. I'm a rookie because of my weak-ass base. Nemesis, I'm doing my best to get the prime cores. I'm so happy that the game team were able to put prime cores of some shape or size onto this weekend, because I need them just so I can stop being a dead weight around your neck on the bases. Armada One, I have thoroughly enjoyed this war with you guys. I've been bowled over by your kindness and your generosity in welcoming me into your community and into your streams. I hope you like the silliness with the cam cream and the body armour. I'm now going to have to go and wash this off before my wife sees me at 1 in the morning and she's like, what the hell are you doing, you absolute nutcase. But this has been a joy. It's been a late night war lab. Probably do these quite variably. So I was just excited that we were warring against you guys, and I just wanted to say thanks by doing a bit of a live stream for you. This has been Ultra Pittus. This has been Late Night War Lab, a Such Heroic Nonsense production. You can catch Such Heroic Nonsense on Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Thank you so much to the 30 odd streamers who have joined since Callum and the team put out that newsletter. Congratulations to the other non-official streamers and content creators. I am honoured to be in your presence and to be alongside you. Equally so with the playtesting crowd. I can't wait to start getting a little bit more involved in that, and hopefully not being a complete Transformers lore bore to you all, and just doing some really fun Imagineering and maths. Anyway, This has been Ultra Pittus. I'm signing off. Roll out, go to bed, but do just go away and leave me alone. I'll see you all again soon. Good night.
But Prime, I'm just a soldier. I'm not worthy. Such heroic nonsense.
I fear the wounds are fatal.
Your days are numbered now, descendant creeps.
If this doesn't stop it, nothing will.
We all must die sometime.
Not today, Galvatron.
Laser beak returns, Megatron.
Get your noodle out of my face. I'll give you petro rabbits. What's that darn fool doing? Get your noodle out of my face! Me, Grimlock, love comes more stories. Why should I? What's in it for me? Here's a hint. The point is, you're a fool.
Hey, I wasn't worried for a microsecond.
I can't deal with that now.
Get on with the ceremony!
Optimus Prime, transform!
Yes, I believe I can.
Brace for impact!
Ugly and baloney! Come on, you big bozo, get in the shuttle!
posture is highly dubious. I have summoned you here for a purpose. State your business. Such heroic nonsense.